started? Okay. All right, this is a Toshiba E305 S1995, and we're replacing the screen on here. And kind of like a cooking show, we've already done all the pre-work, so I'm just going to show you how to, where the key points are to take it apart. So the first thing we have is a bezel that needs to be taken off, this plastic bezel. So it pops off. If you get into the edge with a fine screwdriver, you can pop it off and it'll pop back this way, all the way down along each side and across the top. There is a camera right here, so make sure you don't dig into the video camera. There are two screws at the bottom, one on each corner, and there's a little cover on it. So you pop those covers off, which look a little like this, and they come off of there, and you have to kind of slide them off like a decal. And then there's a screw underneath, and each silver screw will come out of these holes. And once you've unscrewed them out of here, then you can pop the thing loose up to this point. Now, in order to get the bezel all the way off, you have to pry underneath these cosmetic covers for the hinge. And once you pop each one of those loose, the bezel comes off, and you've got the screen free. Now, the screen is mounted in a frame which has screws on each corner. So you start with the top two sides, and each of there's two screws at the bottom. Here, it's easier to see on this side. Those holes. One screw in each corner at the top, and this screw is still in there. We'll take that one out. All right. Now, once that is out, the frame will come free like this. All right. So you've got it loose from there. Now, you've got screws on the frame itself on either side here. So we have to unscrew 4 screws on each side of the frame holding the screen. One on this side, and then one over here. And there's the camera attachment on the back. The camera attachment is glued to the top of the shell here, so you've got to unattach it with just a little slight pull. It's just stuck on. Then you're going to have some of the thread or the ribbon that attaches the camera to the back of the screen, also glued down, each one of those. And then you're going to take this piece of tape off right here. It takes a little work, more than I'm giving here because I've already done it. And then one key point is this plug, which is the actual attachment for the entire screen, is plugged in, but you need to pull flat down away from the plug across the top this way. Don't plug out, don't pull outward, but pull down. And that frees up the last attachment to the screen. So all the screws are out. Camera and the ribbon cable is also unattached, and the screen comes off. So that's the old one. Now we take the new one, which is still in the shipping bag, the static envelope. We also remove the protective film on the outside, and this screen should align with the same attachment as we've seen on the first screen in the same location on the back. So you find the same plug that's on the same spot, and this will plug directly into the same, in the same way, sliding it into the slot. And it takes a little angling because each of these teeth have to line up. And once it's in place there, all the way in, then we also replace the tape for that. And that tape will hold it in place. And then the final step before we start screwing it back in is to align the camera back with the shell up here. Now the shell was aligned exactly along inside that slot, the plastic slot right there. So you should be able to just plug it right back in. Well, it would help to have it right side out, wouldn't it? There we go. Get it the right direction. And that will stay in place. If I can get it all lined properly. Tell you what, let's stop for now.